Hello ladies, welcome to another video. Today I want to talk about something I call dating trauma. I see a lot of black women completely giving up on love because of past relationships and shit they have been through with men, and I want to give my take on this. But before I can explain dating trauma, let me make a few points. You see, black women have basically been given a checklist of things they need to do, achieve, and become in order to qualify for being loved. This list is often impossible to achieve because it keeps changing, and if by some miracle some women meet these requirements, they discover that they are now overqualified for any black man. It can be so frustrating to put so much effort into making yourself a better person, only to find out there was no reward at the end. They keep dating the men they were told they were supposed to date, but are not finding the type of men that was promised. But it's difficult for a lot of black women to break away from these patterns. No matter what they do, where they go, they keep meeting the same men over and over again. Here's the issue with that. Black women were taught to only date black men, to seek validation from them. So we already know they won't live up to your expectation, so you are doomed right from the start. You are only dating from a small pool of men who already hate you. We know black men despise black women. They say it every chance they get. So they don't even qualify for the bare minimum of having a decent relationship. You need to actually like your partner. They need to like you back. Moreover, they do not qualify for being anything close to a masculine provider. It's damn near impossible to find men within the community who meet those expectations. A lot of women believe it's easier to just completely give up than change directions and do something different. Or they keep dating black men, keep meeting toxic men, keep getting hurt, and eventually give up on love. On top of that, black women are taught that if a man treats you badly, it's your fault. What have you done to mess him up? If only you could do that thing he wanted. If only you could be better, he would be better too. So we have the belief that you are responsible for how badly these men treat you. For generations, black women have been taking the blame for black men's behavior, because they are never at fault. If he does something, the world made him do it, it's not his fault. Everyone is against him. Let me say this to you. You are not responsible for other people's behavior. You are not God. You can't create people in your image. People are who they are, and it has nothing to do with you. Even when you give birth to someone, that child is their own person. You birthed them, but they come reloaded with their own identity. Remember, you all have free will. You are not responsible for how other people behave, only for how you behave. I will say it one more time. You are not responsible for how other people treat you. They made that conscious decision to act that way. If a man is abusive, that is who he is. You didn't make him an abuser by doing XYZ. He was already abusive when you found him. And you can't make him non-abusive or a good man by being feminine. No, that's not how it works. And I teach a lot about femininity on this channel, but I'm not teaching you femininity so you can go out there and heal all the broken men and make them good. I'm teaching you about feminine and masculine energy, so you know how to act when you are with a real masculine man, someone who is already there. I'm teaching you how to spot a real masculine man and make the most of your relationships, not how to make one. There is nothing you can do on your end to make him show up for you that way you want him to, only he can do that. But what you can do is find a guy who is already showing up in that way. Even a therapist knows it takes time, effort and skill to change behavior, and the person needs to be willing to participate and be open to the criticism of their flaws. Yet we've got women killing themselves, trying to figure out who they need to be in order to get love from men who hate them. How do I need to show? What aesthetic do I need? How should I dress up? Should I be high maintenance or a wonder bread woman in order to make him treat me like a human being? The answer is it doesn't matter. If he was never gonna treat you right, no matter how you show up, that fact won't change. If you want a man who will treat you well, find someone who is already there, not a man who you have to change into treating you well. That's a fool's errand. If you need to see a doctor, don't go to the lawyer's office hoping that one day he will become a doctor. When you realize this, your life will change. So many black women have entered into these relationships being conned into thinking they will be one way, thinking we can navigate his behavior and mold him into our perfect guy, and get shocked by how he behaves when he shows her who he really is. But then they keep going after the same guy, and get to a point where they have dated so many toxic men that the thought of being in a relationship makes them physically sick. They have a sort of PTSD from dating. All these factors I just mentioned led to what I call dating trauma. So many high hopes and expectations from men who literally would never meet them, which leads to women being hurt when reality hits. Here is how to fix it. If you don't want to keep getting attacked by a lion, get out of the lion's cage, period. Stop trying to figure out how to make the lion not eat you. Leave it alone. This is how Black women can win, by not playing. When the odds are stacked against you, you win by not participating. Remove yourself from the circle of doom that is Black love, and you have to be willing to go outside the norm. Date men from outside the community. They are decent men out there, men who would consider themselves blessed to have you. But you need to be willing to step outside your comfort zone. The best chance you have at finding a man like the one Black love promised, ironically, is if you date a non-Black man. You're not asking for too much, you're asking the wrong person. You have a much better chance of finding a decent man, a provider, protector, and whatever it is you require when you date outside. These are the simple facts. This is how you can break the dating trauma. That's what I did. I always tell my man that had I not met him when I did, I would have completely given up on love. He came into my life at a point when I was about to give up on dating, and I have always been a helpless romantic. But I had been through so much that I was ready to give up. It took everything in me to actually give him a chance, and I'm glad I did. I'm so glad I didn't let my fear win. And after being with him for such a long time, I know I can't put him in the same category as some of these men out here. He's literally the reason I was able to believe in love again. So ladies, please don't give up. There are decent men out there. You just need to change your strategy. That's why I'm here. That's all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.